Welcome to Accessibility at Iowa. I'm Todd Weissenberger, IT Accessibility Coordinator at the University of Iowa. In this video, we will take a look at the Universal Design Online Content Inspection Tool, or UDOIT. UDOIT is brought to the Iowa campus by the Information Technology Services Office of Teaching, Learning, and Technology with technical support from the ITS Information Technology Accessibility Group. About UDOIT. Let's take a look at what UDOIT is and what it does. Funded by a grant from Instructure and developed at the Center for Distributed Learning at the University of Central Florida, UDOIT is simply an accessibility plugin for Canvas, the learning management platform that powers the University of Iowa's ICON online course system. Its purpose is to help instructors and course designers eliminate accessibility issues in their ICON courses and to provide accessible course content, the benefits of which are shared by a diverse community of learners, including learners with disabilities. UDOIT spiders your ICON course and exposes accessibility issues such as heading structure, alternate image text, table structure, color contrast, descriptive link text, and video captions. Courses that lack accessibility in these areas can present learning obstacles to some learners, including learners with disabilities. UDOIT scans for 9 common accessibility errors and provides 10 suggested accessibility techniques, each of which pertains specifically to instructor-provided content. This limited and manageable scope means that instructors and instructional designers only need to address issues that are directly within their control. UDOIT is embedded directly into your ICON course and appears as a link in your course's navigation bar, along with your home page, announcements, assignments, discussions, and other Canvas components in ICON. The UDOIT link opens up the UDOIT page, and in that page you can select the types of course content for which you want to scan. That includes announcements, assignments, discussions, files, pages, syllabus, by which is meant the syllabus that you create using the ICON syllabus tool in Canvas, and URLs that are used throughout your module. You can filter for these, or you can use them all. I'm going to select a few different component types for my scan to make it as relevant to my needs as possible. Once you set up your scan the way you want it, simply click on the Run Scanner button, and UDOIT immediately initiates a scan of all the component types in your selection. It moves fairly quickly, and when my scan is complete, I can browse my results to learn where accessibility issues exist in my course and what I can do to correct them. Understanding your UDOIT accessibility report. As we mentioned earlier, UDOIT is embedded directly in your ICON course. It's in the navigation bar, which appears on the left-hand side of your screen or very near the beginning of your page content. You simply click on the UDOIT link and activate the UDOIT page, which brings you back to your content types, and you can filter for whatever you want to include, and simply press the Run Scanner button. Scan runs fairly quickly, and now you're ready to review some of the results of your accessibility report with UDOIT. UDOIT organizes all the accessibility issues in my course by content type. So here I have one announcement that has an issue. I have issues in 4 of 5 of my assignments, 8 of 10 of my pages have issues, and so forth. So I can easily prioritize the types of content I want to focus on first, depending on how I've structured my course. If I want to take a look at the accessibility issues surrounding a particular item, I just select the plus sign, which appears right before the name of the item. And that opens up a tab panel that contains information about the error or about the suggestion. Here I'm told how many errors I have associated with this item, what the error is, a little bit of technical description about the error and why it's important. I'm going to come down to my pages and take a look at some specific items here We're going to start with standards for electronic information technology. And there is one error in this page and two suggestions as noted on the tab. I'm going to open that up and reveal my tab panel. I have one error, two suggestions. The error here is that headings should contain text. I think that means that I've got an H1 or an H2 or an H something. Here it is, an H2 that contains an image inside of itself, but the image doesn't have any alt text included with it, nor does it have any regular text. I can fix that directly from here using UFixIt, and I can add heading text inside there, or I can delete the header, and that could be my choice as well. The way you choose to correct an issue will depend on what you're going to do. I'm going to get rid of this header. I don't see this particular logo as acting as an HTML heading, so that's good. And now I'm being told that my image elements should have an alt attribute. That's a suggestion in UDOIT parlance, but in the accessibility sphere, most images should have an alt attribute. So I'm going to look at the source of this, and the image in question is of a user taking notes on a Braille note-taking device, and there is no alt text noted in the code for this item. So I'm going to fix this on the spot by adding the alt text. And now I've corrected that issue, and I'm ready to move on to the next thing. I'm going to view the source of the second issue, and there's that logo again. Now I do need to have alt text for that logo, and in this case it might be the ITS Accessibility Group logo. So now I've successfully used UDOIT to correct one error and two suggestions in my icon page. Let's take a look at one or two other issues here. I'm going to go to Reviewing International Data. And in this case, I'm told that alternative text should not be the image file name. So it's a different take on the same problem we had before. I'm going to view the source of the issue, which is a large chart. It's the comparison of random numbers by decade. And the alt text for this item is randomnumberschart.jpg. That doesn't really convey any information to the user. So I'm going to add some more information here. Comparison of random numbers by decade. That still doesn't really convey the meaning of the chart to the user. So I may have to take a few more steps in order to make that apparent. Now I've gone ahead and taken care of that issue, so I'm going to close it up and head down to the Reviewing International Data table. This table is not well structured. There are no table headers. It means that the column headers that describe the individual data points in the cells below aren't labeled as such semantically. So I'm going to open that up, and I see that I've got data points for the US, Mexico, Canada, Spain, France, Japan, and India. And the HTML tells me that those are all standard data tags. So this is not a well-structured table. I can, however, fix it in UDOIT by telling UDOIT that I want header cells in the first row of this table. I'm going to submit that. And again, this issue is now rectified. So working your way through your report in UDOIT might take a little bit of your time, but a lot of the issues that arise can be corrected directly from inside UDOIT by applying the UFixIt tool. Of course, a lot of accessibility issues can also be addressed by keeping accessibility in mind as we design our courses. If you have questions about that, please email itaccessibility@uiowa.edu. A couple of last points here. You can save your report as a PDF. That will allow you to print it out and keep that for a record if that's something you are interested in doing. And as I rerun my UDOIT, let's take a look at what we've corrected so far. I corrected my standards for electronic information technology. I corrected my issues in reviewing international data. And when I rerun UDOIT, you'll notice that these items are no longer in my final report. So there's a little bit about how you understand, interpret, and respond to your reports in UDOIT. Chances are your icon course contains more than just Canvas components. You may have Word, PDF, PowerPoint, or a number of other common file formats for which UDOIT cannot scan. Each one of these has its own accessibility checkers, and you should apply those as necessary. But think of UDOIT as one tool among many that you can use to share your knowledge effectively and clearly to your students. In this video, we've learned about the Universal Design Online Content Inspection Tool, or UDOIT, for Canvas. For more information about UDOIT, contact the ITS Help Desk at its-helpdesk@uiowa.edu. For information on accessible course design, contact IT Accessibility at uiowa.edu. Thank you for viewing this video, and thank you for supporting accessibility at Iowa.